Alrighty, we are here, the CFB Late Show with Jalen Moon and the Governor. My fault, Jalen is sitting this one out. Moon, how you feeling, Playboy?
I'm good. College football is amongst us. We got another jam-packed week, and like we always say, it just keeps getting better and better in the world of college football. The CFB scriptwriters have so much in store for us,
Mm-hmm.
and we actually got to be at the crib and watch a lot of games today. So that part is always good. Being on the road and stuff, it's always kind of challenging because it's just hard to keep up with the games and stuff that we have going on around the country. But we watched a lot of college football today. Let's just say that.
For sure, and like you said, that is always a dope thing to hear. I've been constantly saying for the past few weeks we are not worthy, and as college football fans, I genuinely feel that we aren't worthy for this college football season. And the crazy thing is, we talk about this a lot in the off season, or that thing that everybody else kind of calls the off season, that it's so short. It's so short, bro. Like you think about it, it felt like we were just at week zero. Now we're about to be getting AP rankings for week 12, coaches ranking for week 12. 7 p.m. We'll be live at 7 p.m. with the late show, CFB late show. My apologies for those rankings, and I think Jalen will be with us that night as well. So we about to be heading into week 12. We're a few weeks away from rivalry week. What's been your overall arching thought about this week of college football before we get into our rundown?
Ha. Overarching thought for this week of college football would be hmm, there were some teams that almost went down
Mm-hmm.
today that found a way to claw back and win. Like off the top of my head, Indiana, of course, and we'll talk about that game a little bit later. They were in a very spicy situation on the road, and we got a chance to see Indiana in this environment, um, away from dominating fashion. So that was something that stood out to me. We saw a couple of SEC games, like the A&M game started off kind of tight, and then A&M pulled away. Then Oregon, same thing. Maryland, they started off with the Malik Washington go ahead 70 plus yard touchdown runs to get the party kicked off, and then you look back up and they are in a dogfight against Rutgers. Like it was just littered all over college football today. The competitiveness, like there were some teams that really showed up today, like UConn showed up, balled out. Um, FAU balled out. Their offense is looking explosive. Shout out to Zach Kelly. Follow my dog. But that's my overarching thing. Like, we had some teams that almost went down, and then we did have some teams that actually went down. So the fact that we're here about to enter into week 12, and things just keep getting spicy. I'm like a kid in the candy store right now, bro. I don't know what to do.
So I got a question for you. We look at the overall landscape of the Big Ten, and I feel like people are going to hold it against Ohio State because they've made it look so very easy. I think the same thing. Indiana has had some stops where it hasn't looked so easy. The Iowa game, it didn't look easy. We look at the game today versus Penn State. It didn't look so easy. I wonder if the playoff committee will hold that against them. They won in the end of the day, but will they hold some of this stuff against them? You look at a team like Texas A&M; they've pretty much been dominant the entire season. And we got a
Yeah.
question coming up a little bit later who the best team is in college football. I think I'm foreshadowing a little bit here about where I'm at. But let's talk about this Texas Tech and BYU game. Belt the hind parts. It was one of those things that we had done copious amounts of research headed into this season. There were teams you and I felt really good about. We loved the fact that Lubbock was opening up the checkbook and wanting to spend money to get somebody like a David Bailey, to be able to build that defense. Like they had a really bright spot at linebacker in Rodriguez, but all for naught. We saw Baylor hang 59 points on them a season ago. But you see that defense led with physicality. I don't believe BYU scored until the fourth quarter, was it? Like they first three
Yeah.
quarters was a shutout. So talk to me about your overall thoughts about that game. Talk to me about the Big 12 landscape as well. Will the Big 12 get more than one team into the college football playoff? I really want to hear your thoughts on that.
Will the Big 12 get more than one team in the college football playoff? Right now, it's not looking likely. And the reason BYU, you needed BYU to get this dub today, not Texas Tech. And I'll get to my thoughts about Texas Tech in a second. But how beautiful would it be for the college football playoff committee to have to decide now if an undefeated BYU that goes into Lubbock gets a win? That just would have been even better just for the Big 12, in my opinion, because to me, it would still be at two, at least two. Now it feels like it's at one. Utah is still my team that I'm hoping that can still keep themselves in the race for the Big 12. But yeah, it's looking like it's one right now, as far as one bid, and based on how the college football playoff committee has been ranking just this first week, yeah, it's looking more clear, more evident that one, maximum two. But all of this is barring conference championship. My overall thoughts about the game: BYU, hats off to them because like this was a snooze fest. A football purist.
Hmm.
Like it was more better games on at 12 o'clock during that time frame, in my opinion. Crazy atmosphere. Shout out to Patty Mahomes for designing the drip with Adidas and the collaboration that they had going on. That's something that you would love to see. The crowd was amazing. College game day was amazing. We don't care about ESPN, but if you found a way to watch it, it was really dope to be able to see them. You could see that they were on a time constraint because it was an early kickoff game. That game starting at what, like 11 a.m. For
Central.
Lubbock
Hmm.
Central. So early kickoff game, I feel like BYU showed up as far as their defense, not in terms of final score and output like that, but they held them in check in the red zone. Texas Tech's weakness, it seems to me, is that they cannot score consistently in the red zone to bail their defense out, and their defense is the star of the show. BYU's defense bended and didn't break and held them boys to field goals before Cameron Dickey, who ended up getting 100 plus yards. I think he had like 114, 20 plus carries, like got in the end zone after a long play drive. But BYU's defense, like some of the penalties that they had today was like head scratching. You could tell that the pace kind of bothered them. The crowd and environment really bothered them as well. But I love the fact that they were legit in the red zone. That's something that we have to look at for Texas Tech moving forward. For Bear didn't really get active when it comes to running the ball. Like Bear wasn't running the ball for real, and Texas Tech did a great job of holding him in check, making sure that he can't do those quarterback design runs or get creative outside of the pocket. He tried to. They did a lot of things on defense
It just
today,
seemed
like
like
dropping.
Shield Wood, defense coordinator for Texas Tech, was way ahead of Aaron Roderick, and that
Yeah,
was some of my take heading into this game was that I trust Mac Leftwich more than I trust Aaron Roderick. In a game like this, you got a freshman quarterback. This entire season, you've given him more and more a little bit each week. But sometimes you have to be able to open up a playbook when you're playing a defense that is extremely disciplined. And here at CFB Nation, we've been telling people time and time again how disciplined this defense is. But I was just adding that to your
right,
point. You continue, bro. I'm loving the insight, brother.
right. So like we look at Bears' performance, they did not allow him to use his legs in this game. They really did a good job of limiting LJ Martin in the run game. The battle in the trenches kind of was swinging back and forth, back and forth.
It's like a pendulum.
Um, yeah, like a pendulum. You talk about the overall environment. I really do feel like it had a lot to do with it. Like today, um,
This just in, by the way, two major upsets. Louisville.
upset.
Yeah, Louisville lost today. And also Virginia upset. I'm sorry, Wake Forest upset UVA in Charlottesville. Chandler Morris did exit that
Let's
game,
go.
but Wake Forest control. You think about the job that Jake Dickert has done in Winston Salem, and the thing that we kept saying after the ACC media days: if you're juiceless, you're useless, and
You're useless.
the energy that he brings to the table. They've always believed. Has there been a game we've seen them get embarrassed yet this year? Even in their losses, they had opportunities to win games, and this is why
Now
I
I'll
say
say this.
the ACC is
I'll
only
say
getting
this.
one team, and the Big 12 is only getting one
Yeah.
team, in my opinion.
So it's looking like 1-1 right now. Conference champion, because y'all gonna have too many losses.
I got the
The
text
real
and the tech.
talking point is text and the text. Hey, the real talking point is, why aren't the losses equated equally on a level playing field? In my opinion,
That's
like
great.
in terms not just of when
Great
they
insight.
happened, but also just in terms of conference and measuring ACC versus Big 12 or Big 10 versus Big 12, utilizing those numbers, because we've seen a lot of parity this year in conference play, but outside of conference, kind of like, you take
Right.
it with the grain of salt for what it was. We weight accorded, like, we weight the Ohio State Texas game still the same, in my opinion. At the
Right.
beginning of the year, like, I'm not penalizing them. In my opinion, this is the healthiest that you're ever going to be
That's a fact.
when you're playing. So, like, I look at it that way. When we talk about the game, though, with Texas Tech, snooze fest. Snooze fest. Well, if you wanted to catch an early morning nap, you could. Like, you really could. It was other games that was on, like, that was better than this one.
Right.
And I think that, and the game was so out of control, like, Texas Tech really could have scored 50 plus. Like, I really feel they could have scored. Yeah, they could have scored 50 plus. I feel like they get in their own way sometimes. They don't have. They have Eakin, yes, for sure. I like Eakin. They got Douglas. I like him a lot. They have talent, but the problem is, I feel like they get in their own way and they just don't lean on one of their best players, which is Cameron Dickey. Cameron Dickey should have at least 20 to 25 carries. That's not even just touches. Carries a game. He should be who y'all are feeding the offense to, not Baron Morton, in my opinion. Like, if you have a defense, bail him out. Like, help him out. The addition, out of all your red zone trips that you got to the red zone, which one did you score on? When you gave the ball to Cameron Dickey.
When you handed him the ball.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we just make it more complicated. But, shout out to Texas Tech. Like, I wish they had the tortillas out there. They throw the tortillas around.
I'm the people that run this sport don't like this sport. Like, why is that such a big deal? Like, it's a tortilla, bro. Like, what is the net weight of a tortilla? A tortilla hits me in the head. Like, it's not. It's different from when people was doing the tortilla challenge. They were smacking people across the face. Like, come on, bro.
Couple ounces.
So
Maybe.
We have updated G5 odds. We got James Madison as it pertained to the college football playoff. In that G5 spot. North Texas, South Florida have the highest chances of getting there. Now, I'm going to caution some people with, don't believe the hype. Don't get caught up in the hype. What's going on in the American is the equivalent to the SEC at the G5 ranks, just because with the plentiful amount of teams.
That's a good parallel, bro.
That are really good in that conference. So I think the wins are rated differently than they would be in the Mountain West, especially with Boise State built the hind parts when they played an American team in USF. We look at UNLV. They got built to hind parts by Boise State. So you start to look at some of your losses and some of your wins. I think once you look at the American and what's going on in the American, I think, and I personally believe, no disrespect to the Fun Belt, we love the Fun Belt. No disrespect to Con USA. We want Kennesaw State to win it all. Hell, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Maction. It's beautiful what's going on in Maction. If you're a purist and you like some of these snooze fests and everybody is either at 500, one game below 500, or one game above 500, maybe two at this point, you can watch them out. But I think what's going on in the American is there's still, how many teams do you say have a legitimate chance of winning the Mountain West? It's not a lot. Same thing with the Same thing with the Fun Belt. Con USA got a few teams that's still in the mix, but with the American, there's a lot of teams that are still. So me personally, I think that the winner of the American will get that G5 college football playoff bid. I want your opinion on that and your opinion on who you think is going to get in there. JMU has looked magnificent. Their only loss is to Louisville,
All right,
but
let's
Louisville
talk.
hurts their
Let's talk.
case by losing to Cal, bro.
Let's talk, bro. Let's talk. Because I've been waiting to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. The American is the SEC. I would say the Vanderbilt of the American is, or the Vanderbilt in the SEC, if you compare that to the American school, to me it would probably be like maybe a Temple.
Yeah. And they just had a heartbreaking loss today too.
Then Bama would be the equivalent of USF.
Yeah.
Never Say Die, Hard to Kill, Georgia would be the equivalent of maybe Navy with Blake Horvath, or
the team from
then
Denton.
Your parallel is like I like that. So I didn't never really thought about it like that, but from that standpoint, for sure. Now let's talk about the chaos. I have a bone to pick, and I'm just gonna start here since we're talking about the American. Bruh, I can't stand it. Like, I really can't stand it. Derek Mason, this is Conference USA news, but Derek Mason needs to go. We just need a change. We need a change of the guard in Middle Tennessee State. I know you got the facilities; they're looking nice, and this has nothing to do about the American. But I got pissed off thinking about it. Excuse my language. But I got pissed off thinking about it because I'm like, the Blue Raiders. Why are y'all still struggling? Y'all got belt to hind parts today by FIU, and FIU has been so up and down under Willie Simmons. They've been having a tough time. But today, they look like the next coming of the best college football G5 team in FIU.
Moon, you're brilliant, bro. It's mental telepathy. We here, brother. Let's go ahead and have a Never Can Say Goodbye segment. Let's go ahead and get this Black Sunday kicked off right here, right now. It ain't even Sunday yet, but you kicked it off. I got a name for you.
Yeah.
Coach Michael Oxley at Maryland. I never can say goodbye. No. Mike Norvell down in Tallahassee. Don't let the door hit you with a good little splitcher.
I got another one. I'm gonna match you. We're gonna go bar for bar.
All right, let's go bar for bar.
We're going bar for bar. I said Derek Mason. You said Mike Oxley. I'm gonna go for another bar. This is gonna shock some people. Jeff Traylor.
Whoa!
If he is not fired, he cannot leave and get another accepting for another coaching job. His name should be pulled out of the hat for next year. And I'm saying that because of this. At the press conference the week before the game against USF, this man came out and said, "Oh, they're just better than us. Like, I don't even know how we have a chance to win the game." Buddy, you lost the game with your words in the press conference. Wow. That rubbed off on your team. Then you get to the game. USF scored the first 14 points off the game by defense alone. Their offense didn't even have to come on the field.
And this is after the mollywop of Tulane, who looked red hot yesterday.
So you good enough to beat Tulane, who Tulane lost today?
No, Tulane beat Memphis last night.
Yes, Tulane beat Memphis.
And Jake Reslef look amazing. They put belts to hind parts a week ago. So Jeff Traylor, you scared, bro? You scared? It's almost Sunday. Go to church, brother. You scared? It's college football. Yeah.
What are we?
Yeah, go ahead. Hey,
what are we doing, bro? Then you see the game and the team just look petrified of USF.
Hey, yo,
Did this man go into this film session and he said he turned on the film session. And it was just like an HBO thing came on.
It's like one of those
USF highlights in their film, and you just get so petrified. You like people looked at the final score of that game and was like, "Oh, that's supposed to happen." Nah, bro.
Not after they.
I was high on UTSA, especially after that just happened. You mean to tell me that you came in there, you had your team so unprepared? So
maybe they're only good against teams they got the playbook for. And they got all of the signs for it. Maybe that's the case with UTSA.
Yeah, that's basically so. USF is basically Debo of their American.
Yeah,
because basically UTSA said, when all right, well, when he leave, I'll be talking again. That's what happened in the game. He didn't want no smoke with Alex. He
Hey,
wanted no smoke with Alex Golis, bro. Oh, and Alex Golis got it popping off the week before because he went off on the coach before and said, "Why is he mentioning our name in these conversations? Why is he talking? You don't have to mention our name." And then
dang.
he ducked smoke. Like, we going bar for bar. Jeff Traylor should not be allowed to move or leave UTSA. You should stay. Stay.
He should
Build
stay.
your pride up.
He should
Build your
stay.
confidence up. You're not going nowhere. Take your name out of the hat. Like, your offensive coordinator can leave. You can't. Like, you gotta stay. That's your punishment on the CFB late show full of satire.
Hey,
But not for real.
hey, I
We're going
love it.
bar for bar.
I love it. All right, I'm gonna name a guy that shouldn't leave. Let's talk about Luke Fickle. Let's talk about programs and organizations. I've been saying Luke Fickle need to go. Luke Fickle need to go. I never
You
can
do need to go.
say goodbye. But then he is showing the new wave of college football. Hey, we believe that this guy's a culture builder. Hey, we believe that this guy can get our program where we need it to go. Hey, we're not going to rush it. We're not going to use the rule of 3 strikes and you out because it's 3 strikes and you out. They just beat a damn good Washington team, and my opinion has been changed. So you say he need to go?
KT, don't let your opinion get changed on Wisconsin just because, bro.
I,
The only reason, see, Luke Fickle think he's slick. Why did Wisconsin give their best performance after it was reported that you just got a contract extension?
Yeah.
So are you playing the long game, sir?
And they gave him a vote of confidence too. Hey, you will be back next
He
year.
said, "I'm pulling the James Harden. I'm coming with the fat suit. I ain't doing nothing until I give me a contract extension."
So once they gave him the vote of
As soon as he
confidence,
got the money,
uh,
he turned into Shane McMahon. Here comes the money. And then Wisconsin got their best performance ever.
so let's play
Bruh.
let's play Black Sunday Rapid Fire. I name a name, you tell me if it's too soon or not. Eddie George.
Okay. Too soon, but only because like they just keep losing in brutal fashion. Like it's just week after week. I don't know what's going on or who hexed them or whatever. But they need to break the spell of what's going on over there in Bowling Green because they lost today in brutal fashion, and it was just so hard to see. They've been losing like that the last couple of weeks, and we keep having the same conversation every week. What's going on with Bowling Green? Well, I'm gonna say give them a little bit more time. It's still year one. Maybe these wins that they have in close games, they'll be the storyline team next year that says like, this team had X amount of wins or this amount of losses in
Right.
close game situations.
You can see that they're teetering. They're almost there. Talk to me about Mike Norvell.
All right, so I'm gonna say no, just because I think that he had a team like they came to prepare. They came. You could clearly see that. I know the game started out slow and Clemson came out like firing, but I watched the game pretty much until halftime before we started prepping for the show. Bruh, I was impressed with the fact that he had their team like once they shook off the emotions of an early game because it's a rivalry game. It's a lot of emotions at stake. They both want to win. Last week was pretty good for FSU, but we took it with a grain of salt because of the week before or Stanford. Then Clemson has been getting obliterated at home, and it's like I wanted just to see them come out. Like, so I guess Dabo and Mike Norvell, to your point, heading into the week, both of this is kind of like the hot seat game. It made me think not so fast. Like we'll just wait on it just a little bit longer.
I am almost confident that Mike Norvell will be the coach that's fired tomorrow. Mike Loxley will also be fired tomorrow as well.
Wait. You say you confident he's gonna get fired tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm confident. Here's the reason I'm confident. Are the resources plentiful in Tallahassee?
Yes.
Are they able to?
They got new everything.
Right.
Everything.
Right. The resources are there. They beat an Alabama team that's almost looked unbeatable since that game, other than the UGA game. Right. They beat that team. What happened? How active have they been in the portal? How well have they been able to recruit? How come we've been able to see some of their recruits flip to other universities? Like, I think you start to look at their situation And Tommy Castellanos, we had a good read on Castellanos. I'm sure Gus Malzahn had a good read on Tommy Castellanos. But what we
Yeah.
saw, even though we did see incremental improvement during Boston College, and Boston College is horrible, by the way. Oh, by the way, that's another coach. That say goodbye. It's
Hey,
time for him to
wait,
go.
wait,
Bill
wait, wait.
O'Brien.
We gonna talk about them.
Yeah. Bill O'Brien. It's time for him to go.
Hey, let
And they
me
didn't
take.
send my boy Nino an invite or give him a credential for the Clemson game because there was so many people coming.
Hey, until you do right by the people that rock with you, then you ain't gonna win. That's just what it's shown this season, honestly.
That's a fact.
And hey, Louis Bond, hey, hit me up, bro. I'm trying to hit you up in the transfer portal. We need to come over to Georgia Tech, bro. Come on.
You got you got place for him?
I'm just saying.
You got
And Louis Bond, it don't matter. It don't matter if it's rain, sleet, snow.
Mhm.
No matter who the quarterback coach is, the quarterback is. He gonna get me. So he gonna get me close to 100 yards. He gonna make sure every time. Every time.
that
Bill
man.
O'Brien, we gonna talk about him.
That man said Carson
You
Beck, Virginia Tech, Louis Bond, and Georgia Tech.
100%. I like Louis Bond. I don't like Bill O'Brien right now, but
B.O.B.
that's for later.
Yeah, B.O.B. needs to go.
B.O.B. Do not bring him back. All right, so this is the thing. We'll just talk about it now since we're on this topic.
Mhm.
We'll segue it all the way back to American.
Mm.
Bro, all right, I'm watching this game. SMU was so frustrating because they had so many penalties in this game that they did not need. Rat Lashley, what is going on? The week after you just beat Miami, your team comes out and they just look lethargic, sluggish.
And they weren't, they weren't disciplined in that
another
Miami
50
game
piece
either.
on-
Mm-hmm.
They could have easily had 60, 70 points if they wanted to.
Same
And then
same versus
they get
Clemson.
penalty after bonehead penalty after bonehead penalty.
Mhm.
Red Lashley looked like he just got a contract extension, but the good Lord above said, you know what, Red, you gonna go ahead and drown in the money. But guess what? You about to be drowning in your emotions this upcoming Saturday because he looked like he was just pacing the sideline, going crazy on everybody. Yes, they got the win against Boston College, but you would think with all these penalty yards that SMU is giving you, free money on the tip, square and bingo, all you got to do is connect the dots.
That's it.
To be bingo, Boston College. Why can't we just get the free square and just get the other four piece? They don't got to be straight line, diagonal, side to side. What can we do, Boston College? The problem that I have is that Bill O'Brien is known for what, KT?
He's supposed to be a disciplinarian. And be in the
What
program.
else? What's his lineage? What is his lineage?
Program builder.
And what's his position that he's most notable for coaching?
Offensive coordinator. He's supposed to be known for offense. I got you. I see where you're going with that.
Offensive coordinator and specifically with the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Why is a Bill O'Brien offensive line giving up 7+ sacks against SMU and then making them look like the Pony Up Express?
Making them look like the 85 Bears.
That was their best single game performance of the year for their defense. They broke their career best, their season best. They reached it while playing a Bill O'Brien-led offensive line. This is not an indictment on the players, bro. This is an indictment on the coaching because I don't know if he has a pulse of his locker room. I don't know if he has a pulse of his fan base. And to be honest, you can't be getting mad and spicy at reporters and everything for asking you questions. But the reality is, if you're an offensive-minded guy, if you have offensive-minded roots, then why can't we get Louis Bond the ball for 200+ a game? I troll. Side note.
You said I troll.
I troll. Nah, for real, be serious. You giving up 7+ sacks in a game, brother. It's not good.
Right.
That's not gonna slide nobody. That's not acceptable at all for BC language in the red bandana game.
Yeah, exactly. The meaning of that game, it holds so much meaning. He showed more heart in yelling at a reporter who was just asking him an open and honest question than he did on the field today. Yep, 100%.
Have more energy for doing the right thing when it comes to putting out a product that Boston College fans can be happy about, bro.
100%.
Boston College fans, you're miserable right now. You still got Louis Bond?
For now.
For now.
James Bond coming to a city near you. So right now, gun to
It
your
don't
head.
matter if it's Tristan James, Dylan Lonergan, shoot, Coach Moon. It don't matter.
Hey, you got you a few completions in you, I'm sure.
Give me 1 or 2.
He said
Hey,
one or two.
over under 2 completions. Hey, take it, bro. Smash the
He
over.
said take the over. Hey, in the wise
I'm ahead
wise
Lewis
words
Bond.
of Lane Kiffin, take the over. So G5, who's your G5 team? Who's getting it?
USF until somebody shows me otherwise.
Okay,
Because
you think if they
like
get
I
into
said,
the conference championship, they win?
Navy losing Blake Horvath is
How
I
long is he
don't
out
know
for?
what's going on in the full disclosure to you, Governor, before we get more reports heading into Sunday, Monday, and all that type stuff. But as we stand on Saturday night, Navy-less Blake Horvath midshipman led team is like it's hard to watch, bro, because it's like they're missing their mojo. Like, why didn't Stella get her groove back sooner? Like, makes me think
What took so long? She was toxic.
what took so long. And I really question right now what Navy is, specifically on the defensive side. The last 2 weeks, like, it hasn't been pretty. And I know Coach Newberry isn't happy with just the overall execution, you know, on both sides of the ball. You can even include special teams because they want more explosiveness. Like, that's what I want. So
Yo,
I can't include Memphis right now because we got a quarterback situation because of barring injury when we already knew Brandon Lewis is banged up anyways. The backup is kind of nice. Like, I like it. I like it. I ain't trying to get my hopes up. I like it.
Kentucky 38 to
Um,
7, bro. Be Florida 38-7, Brodusky. That's crazy.
Hey, it's USF to I guess until the season's over.
I like that pick. I look at the USF and the team from Denton interrupt the stream, so we're good. We're back. Sorry about that. My computer. I need to go get a new one. It's holding on. It's holding on. Put it through the ringer. But Morn, I think you said some great points. You said it was pretty much USF until otherwise. Give me North Texas. I think North Texas really finds a way to get it together. I hope. I just don't want them to play. If they play USF again, I'm not confident. I will say that. But I do like the Drew Maker story. I love what they're doing down there in Denton. And why not North Texas? So let's go through rapid fire style a few of the games we've seen today. We had a close call in Happy Valley. Give me some of your thoughts about that.
Gus Johnson is a national treasure, bro. And
Dude.
anybody hating on the man, bro, you're not a college football lover.
You're not.
For real, in your bones. You might love it in your mind. You might love it in your heart a little bit, but you're not in your bones. Like, you ever heard your grandma say, like, you seen those 50, 60, 70-year marriages from these old couples, and you'd be like, I love this man or this woman
Right.
to my bones.
Right.
That's how we feel about college football as
Yeah.
Farm Centers.
They don't even sleep in the
when I
same
hear
bed, though.
people
They gangster.
Like, Gus Johnson is just like you and I, who is just like a kid in the candy store being able to call the game that he loves to his bones. He saw Omar Cooper do something that the refs got right in real time. Win for the refs.
Heisman moment. Heisman moment.
It
goes to Fernando, brother.
Yes.
Give it to him. It goes to Fernando.
Man. Give it to him. He caught it in the moment. Like, to me, that's college football. It gave me chills.
Catching the NFL.
I didn't know what to do, whether to laugh or react. So I just did both.
This
I
man,
was laughing and celebrating.
you know how they call like a falsetto, like what Mariah Carey does? He went up the next octave. I don't know what that is. We got to call it the Gus Johnson. He hit that octave, bro. If you don't like a Gus Johnson college football game, you are not worthy to watch college football. Yo, it is Sunday, 12:09 Eastern Standard Time. Do you know that Chris is still in the house? Chris, what's going on, brother? You're the coolest guy in this house. Where's the event, brother? Back in my day. Yeah. We was outside. what they say in the opener, pay the full moon. I was there.
Yo, thank God.
Yo,
Thank goodness, bro.
that's why
Thank
we
goodness.
call this the
Thank
CFB
goodness.
late show, because we gonna goof off. We gonna go away from the itinerary. We don't care. We love college football. We gonna goof off a little bit. We had another close call. Great job too with your insight for the close call in Happy Valley. We had a close call in Iowa City. Iowa City,
Oh, before
right?
you move on, bro. Penn State fans are going through it right now. I think this is their longest losing streak in like 21, 22 years. Like, that's crazy to
It
think
is.
about. That winning has been so synonymous with Penn State after the mid-year 6-7, 6-7, and then you got back to the winning ways, and now you're experiencing the lowest of the lows if you're Penn State fans. So tonight, when we all go to sleep, say a prayer for Penn State fans, unless you're a Buckeye or a Scarlet Knight or a Duck
Or duck.
or Hawkeye or Hoosier, Hoosier, unless you're a Big Ten team. But they need some help. They need some help. I just wanted to say that because Penn State is going through it right now. And anybody that's been through a season of losses, Georgia State, you can understand what Penn State is going through.
Virginia Tech, Liberty, Liberty. Them dudes are so
Hey,
frustrated,
bro,
bro.
Liberty had another one slip away from them again today, bro.
Dude, I look at Liberty and I get so frustrated, brother. I get so frustrated. Alrighty, so we did have a close call in Iowa City. Hey, young, Iowa continues to get to third base. I'm telling you, bro. They triples. They the king of triples, young. But when you need them to go hit a home run, here we go. Let's play Chris theme music. Da 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 da. Hey man, enjoy yourself, brother. I was there. Back in my day, I was there, brother. I was there. All right, so Iowa, yeah, they continue to get the third base. 3 losses by a total of 10 points. What do you say about this team? If they win out, I'm gonna pull up their schedule.
Breaks. My heart breaks for this team.
Is this a college football playoff team?
Like, my heart.
One of those 3-loss teams. They go 9-3. Yeah, are they in the playoff? They lost to Indiana. They lost to Oregon. They lost to 2 playoff teams.
I can't think about that right now. Like, that was supposed to be the reality that we were supposed to have if you're an Iowa Hawkeyes fans tonight. Right. That should have been the reality tonight. We should be celebrating right now. With a minute, 55 seconds left, we scored.
And you just needed that 2-point conversion.
They motioned it out 5 wide. They motion out 5 wide.
Oh no, they're not going, bro. They play USC.
Perfect play call.
They play USC next.
All you need to do, let Mark Gronowski get busy, gets into the end zone, then 2-point conversion. He didn't get in.
No.
All you gotta do is just stop them. Just stop them.
Listen, that's Phil Parker's specialty. That's your identity.
The Superman himself.
He had a few throws on that drive.
Bro.
I'm like, I can see why this is Patrick Mahomes' favorite quarterback in college football. It changed my whole mindset about my view.
He put that last throw on a rope. Like, he put that on the money. It was just like 1-2, pop, get it out. 1-2, pop, just get it out. That's the type of I understand he threw an interception in the first quarter that was questionable AF. I understand that he had his moments in his game. I understand that some people was trying to joke and roast him when he broke off on that little run. They said, Dante, why you can't get out, bro? And they said,
hey, that's hilarious, bro.
So, I get it. But when the moment mattered the most, Dante Moore came through. And it pains me for Iowa fans, bro, because it's like, y'all had that game won. Y'all had me saying we, because I'm sitting here watching the game. I'm thinking I'm an Iowa Hawkeye.
Right, you excited.
It was a wet, rainy, just Big Ten game that just went all the way down to the wire where the score just looks like a baseball game. It did at the beginning of the game. 2-9. I called you and I was like, oh, chat with in from the baseball scores from live updates. Like, this game took me through all the cycle of emotions. And it just sucks, bro. Like I can't even imagine how many different families is out there. If you're an Iowa Hawkeyes fan, and maybe it was your first time watching the game with your kid, or watching the game with your family. This is like the biggest Iowa Hawkeyes game in so long, and then you get to the moment at the very pinnacle of the mountaintop. Everybody, bro, all those people that switched up on Oregon this week, we got receipts. We got receipts. We remember you picked against Oregon in the
I
Ducks.
I I,
We
I, cer- I,
forgot it.
cer- I
Like
certainly I certainly did.
even Dan Lanning. Look, bro, I'm heartbroken for Iowa
Yeah.
fans. Like heartbroken because I want to say that they get in, but USC just keeps winning. Like USC keeps
Yeah,
winning.
USC is their
Like
competition. Next week, their
Michigan,
playoff starts for both of
USC
those
has the
teams.
tiebreaker over Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah, the top of the Big Ten, boy.
Yeah.
Like the top of the Big Ten, it goes down to what Minnesota
Yeah.
from Ohio State all the way down to what Minnesota.
Yeah. I want to say
Even if you add Northwestern, because Northwestern played good in the first half,
we
and
live
then it
in a
started to get
world
away from them.
where 4 Big Ten teams are getting there for sure, but maybe a fifth. Or the SEC is going to get 5. I think it's 5-4 because I think ACC gets 1. I think Big 12 gets 1. Of course, you got your G5 one. You got 9 other spots. I think they go 5-4 with those spots.
Yeah,
Mona, I have a
I mean
question
at
to
this,
ask you.
yeah,
Now, what was you about to say? Or say what you was about to say, then I ask you the question.
I feel like the committee was going like as much as I did not want to believe you when the season started, you was predicting that this was the very thing was going to happen, and that everybody was just going to cannibalize themselves, and the Big 12 was going to be chaos, the ACC was going to be chaos, everything was just going to be chaos. Like I feel like the committee, I wanted Indiana to lose today. I'm not going to hold you. As a college football fan, I wanted Indiana to lose today. Then I wanted Ohio State to lose today and have the unthinkable happen. Shoot, I wanted Georgia to lose today, and it's
You,
not even because
you
I'm a
want
Georgia Tech fan.
you want
I
more
wanted I
you want more
wanted
chaos.
absolute anarchy today because I wanted the college football playoff. I was like Joker with my head out the
Mm.
window, just I was ready. I felt it in my
I
veins.
think
I
I
was like,
know
it's
why
about to
you
be
feel that
upsets.
way.
Oh,
Because this was probably the first time
shoot.
ever we agreed with the inaugural college football playoff committee rankings. It was weird. I didn't
Yeah,
really have too many bones to pick,
yeah.
other than there not being a G5 team in the top 25. I ain't had too many bones to pick. We do need a little bit more chaos. It's a little too easy, I think.
I needed total anarchy.
He said total
I need,
anarchy.
bro. Even if teams that I like was a casualty of the war,
Mhm.
what do you do? Kansas State lost. What do you do? Georgia State win. What do you do? I don't care. I needed anarchy today, and it was right there
That's
happening.
hilarious.
Iowa was about to get ready to just cause
Mhm.
anarchy. Penn State,
Mhm.
what's left of the Nittany Lions, was about to get ready to
Mhm.
cause anarchy today,
Tulane
bro.
caused
Those
anarchy.
two, you saw it happening. Like
Cal
it was like
caused
the writing was on the
anarchy.
wall.
Wake Forest caused anarchy. But that's why you're not getting a team in,
Anarchy.
in, in, in ACC or Big 12. Question for you. Best team in college football.
Texas A&M Aggies, Aggie Waggy, smoking on the Aggie pack. I have come around full circle. Last week I was beating the table talking about Indiana, and no, it's not because Indiana got tested by Penn State. Penn State
And Elijah
is.
Surratt was out for full disclosure.
When I saw that happen, I said, "Oh, okay." Like they still got a ball club,
Right.
but
They'd be
I
good.
already picked the game to be close anyways. So I'm like, maybe that's what 4 to 7 points because Elijah Surratt gonna give you a touchdown.
Right, for sure.
But
Money.
I I said to myself, Indiana, I love the fact that you won. In my heart of hearts, as a college football fan, I wanted you to lose because I told you I want anarchy. At least this week,
For
we
sure.
needed anarchy before we got to rivalry week,
Mm.
and I wanted to tie the committee's hands so that they actually have to talk to me and have ball talk conversations, and none
Ah.
of this more of what. That's what my thought process was. I said, if we get an Indiana loss or Ohio State win, but a struggle, if we get a Georgia struggle win, if we get if we even get the top teams, Oregon loses, we have that happen, then the college football playoff committee's hands are going to be so tied. And now we're going to all sit back as a collective college football sicko audience, the one percenters, to sit there and say, tell me you know ball without telling me you know ball.
That's a fact.
For real. Where are you going to rank them now? So you go back full circle to the best team conversation. After today, Texas A&M. Texas A&M is the best team in America, in my opinion. And I think the quarterback position, they have checked that. The running back position, they have dudes, plural. Like, it's unfair that they have Mario Craver and Casey Concepcion on the same team. Like, it should not be allowed. It should not be allowed. It should be banned in college football. When you get to the governor of college football and you're on the board and you're in charge of making the executive decisions, don't let these youngins team up with each other and create a super team. Because that's exactly what it feels like. That's exactly what it feels like, bro. Texas A&M, their defense continues to impress me. They put Missouri team in a headlock.
Oh, yes.
And it started off like Hardy was like, hold on. But they just started to play
me,
to their capacity.
Mike Elko has a Dan Lanning look about him. Like, he's just so locked in. And I've never seen him like this before.
Yeah.
That the fake punt. Brilliant play call. And he's a defensive head coach that is being really offensive and really aggressive. And I agree with you. It's Texas A&M. I want to say Ole Miss is somewhere in that stratosphere as well. UGA just continues to impress me. As much as people don't like Gunnar, as much as people don't like Gunnar Stockton, bro.
Oh my goodness, bro!
This kid delivers, bro.
Mississippi State. I got a chance to watch a lot of this game.
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi State started off the game on fire.
They did.
All the Cowboy bells was ringing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! They put Georgia in a chokehold at the beginning of the game because they forced I think it was a fumble, and they got the ball back. Quick change of possession. You would think that they're about to score. Nope. Georgia says, give me the ball right back. You get 0 points, and we're going to get a fumble right back.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like from that very moment in the game in the first quarter, it was cooked. It was like all the momentum got siphoned out, and now you don't got no more gas to start your vehicle. You keep turning the key to the ignition. Nothing is working. You keep wondering what happened. Georgia got the gas now, and they just pressed on the accelerator, and they just did what they do. They just did what they do. They got multiple running backs that can bruise you. They got a tight end that I'm praying for because he got a little banged up, but they got multiple of them dudes. Offensive line did a good job today. I want to see them continue to lean into their physicality. Kirby is a dog of a head coach. I think best coach in America.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Kirby was chewing players and coaches out for like the smallest details.
But that's what it takes to win in that conference. Details. That's what it takes. It takes those intricacies.
I looked at the Bulldogs and I was like, well, I guess we're leaving out of Stark Vegas knowing which Bulldog barks louder.
I think that's the team nobody will want.
Big dog.
Nobody wants to play in the conference championship. I think that's the team nobody will want to play in the conference championship because just like last year, a lot of people didn't expect them to be in the conference championship. They was there. And they handle business.
You're gonna have to bring a sword to a knife fight. I mean, a sword to a gunfight. Because you're gonna have to have the gun too. You're gonna have to just have the sword in your back pocket just in case you about to die. Because you're about to die. Like you play Georgia, you're gonna have to go down to this death.
You better be ready to scrap.
On the very last moment, you gotta pull the sword out and then hit him. Perfect scene out of a movie. Like that's just a CFB script writers. I don't know if it's gonna happen, given that Mississippi State didn't have the firepower. And when I sat there, I said, "Man, Georgia is just doing this to Mississippi State. I can't imagine what they would do to a Sun Belt."
Everybody was screaming trap game, and wasn't the case.
No, it was not the case at all. Like they look good today.
That's a Kirby Smart coach.
Shout out
team,
to Kirby.
Yeah.
100%. And Glenn Schumann was in his bag too, bro. Like they got a freshman. They got freshmen just getting playing time on Georgia defense. They had the hiccups early in the season, but they starting to figure it out. slowly and
Yeah,
surely,
Glenn
starting to
Schumann is
figure it
going to
out.
figure it out.
Schumann was sending pressure.
I think the
Schumann was
difference
sending
in Georgia
pressure.
this year is in past years they absolutely needed their defense in order to win. This year, you want to score, we can score. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the difference in Georgia. We had a hell
Yeah.
of a game. Vandy was able to get Auburn in overtime, and I have a question to ask you. And I know DJ Durkin, he's the interim head coach. I'm sure he didn't spend as much time as he typically spends on defense. You could tell this game because Auburn defense has played outstanding this year. Did get a little bit of a pulse from the offense. To me, you have your head coach. I want to know what your thought process is on that. There are certainly there's guys you can go get that the fan base, the boosters, the donors will be more excited about. I told you that the home run is Brent Key, but
Uh-huh.
Brent Key told you you slice him open when he bleeds, so he ain't going nowhere. But I think they may have their guy already. What is your thought process on that?
Oh man, that's tough because, like, on one hand, I agree with you that Durkin did enough today, even in a loss, to showcase that he has a pulse within this team and then within the locker room
Right.
that can translate well within just a week's time. You know what I'm saying? Like within a week, he had these boys ready to play football. Like
Yeah.
I look at Auburn's defense as if you just looked at Auburn's defense by itself, you didn't look at their offense, you would say, "Oh, that's a like college football playoff type team
Right.
right there."
And
Because
people thought that
they're
heading
just
into the year.
loaded. Yeah, they are loaded, and then finally their offense catches up to speed today. And I'm not going to punish their defense on the day where their offense finally catches up to speed.
Exactly. That's what I'm
But
at too.
Diego Pavia is Diego Pavia. He's going to do Diego Pavia things.
That's a fact.
Like, we got to know that. So I'm not going to punish them for that. Like, that kid is just special. He's probably, if there was a gold jacket to get college football for guys that's going to come through every once in a while that's going to change and shake some stuff up, he should get one. Like, he should be that. Because Pavia is just like that. Brought them back from the grave. But, like, it made me think to myself, like, Durkin, on one hand, can't do it. I started saying, Moon, there's so many coaches all around the land, from the old and out of the picture that's trying to come back.
Cut you for the old man like Ed
Like Jimbo Fisher.
yeah, Jimbo Fisher, Eddie O. Yeah.
Because old men, like, young kids, the young cats, the OCs is out there just going crazy, hot. Christmas, Lane Kiffin. Then you got the other ones not so obvious, but like, will they ever leave? Like a Matt Campbell. Are you? I know you just got to win today, but are you tired of Iowa? Like,
you know where I'm at with you already know where I'm at with Iowa.
Because the coaching. Yeah, man. Like, I'm just saying, the reason why I lean to no is only because this coaching carousel this year is going to be so wacky. Auburn has to be in play with that. Like, I want them to keep DJ Durkin in line, but I don't know, bro. I know that they're probably going to get tested by Mercer. I know for sure they're going to get tested by Alabama. But based on what I saw today, I said, "Oh, that's Auburn's coach right there."
Yeah, I'm with you.
But the elephant in the room is just like, he is. It's like getting a new phone, and then you see somebody walk past with another new phone,
Right.
The human inside of you is gonna say, "Dang, like, you said you got a what type of camera now?" Like,
by the way, the
hey,
Google,
my junk only go to like 3K.
have you seen the Google Pixel commercial? Dude, outstanding.
Bars.
The
Just
vanilla
a regular phone.
the vanilla
regular-
ice cream.
Vanilla ice cream.
Everybody holding the vanilla ice cream in their phones, bro. Dude, marketing genius.
Yeah,
It reminds me of when I left.
just chef's kiss.
It reminded me when I left iPhone the first time. The first time I left iPhone, it was when Samsung was doing those commercials during the 2013 NBA Finals, right? And
Yeah.
everybody kind of had their phone, but you could transfer music by tapping the phones. And I thought that was the dopest thing, bro. I said, "Oh no, Apple can't keep up, bro. I'm getting me an Android." And it ended after all of y'all hazed me back in 2020, and y'all bullied me into getting an iPhone, which is what
Get
I
an
did. And then
iPhone,
yeah, bro. Yes. So great
aka a
market.
vanilla cone.
Yeah, that's the craziest part about it. All right, we got two more topics before we get out of here. Actually three,
All right.
but we'll rapid fire these two. Um, Upset in Madison. Your thoughts? Where you at with Washington Jetfish? You and I have had conversations in the past, like, yo, we've seen this team look really good at times, but we've also seen the reciprocal of that, where this team just, hey, bro, y'all not as good as y'all record indicates. And sometimes, we say men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Sometimes numbers do lie. They don't tell absolutes. Sometimes they don't tell the truth. So talk to me about this upset in Madison. Like I said, I know you're not there yet. It really made me reevaluate this situation. I'm like, maybe they're trusting the
Yeah.
process, which is, this is a microwave era. They're cooking with a stove. Can you imagine? People using
Yeah.
stoves in college football. They're cooking with a stove. So they
He's
understand it takes
cooking.
time. They're preheating. These been a preheating years. They expect success this year.
Yeah, he preheating all right. He is college football's James Harden. That's
Uh,
who he is. He's college football's James Harden.
Not Fasu
He
Fickle, bro.
and maybe that's not even a good example. I'm saying it from the standpoint of this man came to training camp into the beginning of the season with the fat suit on and said, "Oh, we ain't gonna do nothing. We're not gonna do nothing." And then the moment that he gets the contract extension, Wisconsin just comes out of nowhere, back from the dead like the Undertaker, and now they're just getting a win against Washington. Now, before the season, I did a whole breakdown on Wisconsin and this Badgers roster, and I was like, this team could win six. They could win it. When you asked me, would it going to come against a Washington team? I would have said no in the
No way.
preview. Based on what we just had over this last week and what transpired, I don't know, bro. I feel like Washington be smelling themselves too much. And that's just an uncomfortable conversation, and it makes me fall back on like, dang, is it coaching? Dang, is it just the rigor of a Big Ten schedule? How you have to get up one week, get up again another week. Like after so long, it's only so high you're gonna be able to get because you're gonna be chasing the first one, and it makes me think this game, Wisconsin's defense showed up, and throughout the season, they have had moments where they have. I'm still not sold because this offense still, if that's his calling card and that's what he's supposed to like bring, I want more of him in the kitchen like that gift. Just I need him in the kitchen like that, and I don't see that yet.
I don't see
And
it
to
that.
be
I don't
honest,
see it yet
that's
either.
the part that's frustrating for me.
I think this
Yeah,
roster did take
I
some
want
hits
the
with Xavier Lucas heading to Miami. I'm not sure Billy Edwards was the guy that they needed to go get via the portal. They got a new system as well after the air raid didn't work.
after Phil Lonzo.
Yeah. After longer on
Yeah,
the air raid experiment didn't work. So I think that's why they're trusting the process. I've seen times that this defense has looked horrible. I've seen times that this defense has played really well. I'm just interested to see what the future looks like for Wisconsin football. But are they willing to spend the
it,
money in Madison like they will in
they
Lubbock?
okay. So that's the part, bro. Because I feel like they are, but why does it take y'all this long to get to this point?
That's a great point.
Like, or to make that recognition, whether it's for the contract extension or investing in NIL or whatever the case may be. Why do you have to be behind the eight ball,
And they
especially
shouldn't be
keeping up
because
with the
the
other?
resources should be plentiful, but they're not spending money.
You're
They're not.
Madison.
They're not getting a bunch of portal gets. Back in the day, they
Yeah,
used to be like if you're a running back, you want to go play in Wisconsin. Why are you gonna have offensive linemen that's gonna win a war of attrition on line of scrimmage? You wait to pick up yards. You ain't gonna get touched till you get to the second level. If you make a move, it's either third level or goodbye. Like that. That's where you're at. So
right.
I think they gotta be willing to spend money. Virginia Tech already put it out there. Virginia Tech's gonna spend money. And when teams put that out there, they're really gonna go spend crazy. Like it wouldn't surprise me if they spent more money on this incoming portal season for this new
It wouldn't
coach.
surprise me either, bro. And to be honest with you, I guess I have no choice but to be patient now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause they just offer him a contract extension. No, I don't think that there's a team out there in college football, and I might be wrong. But I don't think there's a team out there in college football that said, "Oh my goodness, we got to go steal Luke Fickle from Wisconsin." When they're doing their coaching search,
That's a fact.
no,
That's a fact.
I don't think there's nobody out there that's saying that unless you're like a FCS school that's like maybe we can get to another land, but
Hell, his
you can
old school
call
not
other
saying
guys
it.
within the
Cincinnati not even saying it. They cool with Scott Satterfield at this point, right? So no, I think you had
they
outstanding
happy with
insight with
Scott
that.
now.
Right. Outstanding insight. So let's get to this last one,
Yeah.
but certainly not least. We got UConn versus Duke. Really good game. A lot of us did not know how to call this. That Fagano kid is real deal. You look at UConn. What do you label UConn as?
A dog team.
Are they Power Four or are they Group of Five?
Power four.
Because they're independent, they're Power Four.
Yeah.
Because my argument is, why can't they get the G5 bid?
Now you actually talking spicy, my friend.
Yeah, why? I was thinking about this earlier.
Playing ball all
Yeah,
season.
let me pull up their
All
record.
season. Bro, their 2 losses, brutal. I think it's 2, right?
What's that?
Somebody fact check me. But all I know is today, they gave Duke all they can handle. And I just seen Duke when they came to Georgia Tech. Like, they gave Duke all they can handle. Duke thought it was going to be pretty. They came in, scored the games 14-10, and you think you're doing something, you celebrating, talking trash and thing. They said, nope. We about to make this junk spicy. And UConn just continues to just punch above their weight class. That's why I put them in power forward. If you want to label them, technically it's just independence. But, you know, I feel like they should get a seat at the table and more college football fans. Like, if you're a real ball knower, 1%er, you know UConn is like that. If you bet on them outright today or against the spread, you a happy camper right now. Like, Jim Mora, bro.
Dude, they lost to
Coach Mora,
Syracuse
bro.
and Delaware.
Delaware lost. That's to me. You talk about. Now I'm not going to get into the whole good loss, bad loss, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, nah.
Because
I changed
if
my
you
mind.
if you look at Syracuse at the beginning of the year,
Yeah, with Steve Angeli.
Syracuse at the beginning of the year, they had to play Angeli.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had to play Angeli. So they got tested to their wildest imagination.
Right.
Like, so they're even more battle tested having to deal with Angeli. And then Delaware just got the upset tonight. So now those wins to me, I mean, those losses to me, I look at that and then I look at the wins, how they just been dominating. They put up 30 plus yet again. Like, Jim Mora is doing an excellent job. There's some people that's going to try to steal him away.
Yep.
But I don't think he should leave and go nothing nowhere because he got a pulse on this program that, to be honest, it feels special. And I know they're going bowling, but it seems like, you know, last year it was like they're so close. And they've been close for a while, but like to know, they went last year. If I'm not even mistaken, they went last year. But like to get to those upper echelon, if you're talking about being in the college football playoff conversation, I wish that they didn't have those two because now the college football playoff committee will have to actually get into their bag and actually talk to me about ball talk.
And that's why you wanted the pure
USF.
Right. Yeah, that's a conversation that needs to be had. But I'm sure the designation will be powerful in a reason, man. They're going to say, well, is Notre Dame G5? You know, can we let Notre Dame in as a group of 5 team? So that'll be the conversations. But it's something I thought I would bring up.
They play the G5 schedule.
Right. They have, right? So that's the weirdest thing. So it's that time of the episode. We used to do this back in the day on was it Real Ones After Dark. We used to do this. I wanted to bring this back. Let's go ahead and hand out some game balls. I don't know how many you got to hand out. I'm handing my first one out to Marcel Reed. Marcel Reed today reminded me of Michael Vick back in 2005. He had this game against the Miami Dolphins, and he was just throwing darts from the pocket. And I remember in the post game presser, in the post game presser. Oh yeah, yes sir, yes sir. Actually, I'll be right back. You hand out yours. I'll be back with my Marcel Reed one.
Hey, go ahead. I got you. I got you. Go. Come on ahead and snag like Jeremiah Smith. Hey, if you give me a little bit enough time, I could convince you that Danny Scudero has been having a way better season than your favorite wide receiver has. Just give me a little bit of time. I promise you. Just give me straight bar talk. First game ball. Brent Key, you get a game ball. The reason why you showed up this week and gave the model of what you're supposed to do when you are a college football coach at a school that you are beloved at, and you get asked about questions that, to be honest, he laughed about. He looked jovial about in his press conference.
Who you talking
Probably
about?
one of the best Brent Key interviews. Brent Key, and giving my game ball to him first because he was a model of what you should do when you get asked about leaving your school or entertaining jobs. Just a couple of weeks ago, we had a Nebraska kid sitting here salivating on the press conference mic.
That was bad.
Talking about Penn State and what him and his wife was going to do. My man Brent Key said, slice me open and see what colors I bleed. He said, every waking minute since I got the job is meant to build this program into where we are right now. For that young sir, who I'm saying young because I hope he just lives a long life, he could just stay our coach forever. You know, I don't need nobody else. Let's just make it like Coach Johnson.
He got a lifetime contract.
Brent Key gets my first game.
So first game ball go to Brent Key.
Yeah, lifetime contract.
For me, it's Marcel Reed. I was talking a little bit about it before. Back in 2005, Mike Vick had a game where he was deadly from the pocket. And then a post game press, he said, I don't want to hear anything else about me being able to throw from the pocket because I displayed it today. It was a close game. He was efficient for the time. But Marcel Reed, what impressed me most today is he didn't run much, ran what he had to. The completion percentage was in the upper echelon of the 60s, right where it needs to be. 0 turnovers. That's what we get worried about. Marcel Reed sometimes gets skittish in the pocket. Reuben Owens. We got a Reuben Owens sighting today as well. But Texas A&M looked damn good. I love the way that they utilize their receiver. Colin Klein, why aren't we hearing his name more in some of these coaching searches? Because Texas A&M has the ability to put up points in bunches. My first game ball, goes to Marcel Reed. It's on you for your second one, brother.
Yo, second game ball is going to go to Delaware. Delaware got an onside kick with like 20 seconds left to get the win on a field goal walk-off. Oh, my goodness. This is what we live for in college football. Delaware, here you go, bro. Game ball goes to you. Who's your next one?
My next game ball is going to, let me think about this one. Let me think about this one. My next game ball is going to, you handed yours to a coach. I did a player. I'll do a coach now, to Jim Moore Jr. Game ball goes to Jim Moore Jr. Just outstanding job that he's doing in UConn and bring it to that football program. I don't think people realize that football program was almost extinct before he got there. They were struggling to keep players on that team. So hats off to Jim Moore Jr. Sir, you're doing an outstanding job. This game ball go to you, brother. One more.
I'm going to give my next game ball to South Carolina State University.
Love it.
South Carolina State hosted Howard University today in Orangeburg, South Carolina. And let's just say, you better not whine, you better not cry. I'm telling you why. South Carolina State put BTA on Howard University. Make sure I gotta say HU. You know you had to take a L. Oh man, it's tough. It's tough for Howard right now. It really is. But Coach got a little bit more time. Is it time for some changes? All I know is that the MEAC has a team that's hotter than fish grease with Delaware State. Another side note, game ball. But yeah, shout out to the MEAC playing some really good football, but specifically to South Carolina State as a team. Y'all get a game ball. Y'all put up 40 plus points today. That's automatic game ball for me.
Absolutely. Uh, my next game ball is going to go to the aforementioned Delaware State Hornets. Deshaun Jackson's doing an outstanding job. 7 wins. I couldn't tell you the last time that program had 7 wins. When we started looking at program building and rebuilding and making something out of nothing, there was no landscape. Look at the landscape of Delaware State before Deshaun Jackson got there. There was no landscape. He created the landscape. This guy already should be getting coaching looks. And I said it was too early for Mike Vick when it came to Virginia Tech. I'm not saying there should be Power Four. Even at a higher FCS school that can utilize his skill set, or even at the G5 ranks, a team that like somebody that has an identity. Deshaun Jackson is undersized. He's always carried like that Diego Pavia mantra about him. So yeah, game ball go to D Jackson. It's gonna be that moxie, the bravado. It's gonna be interesting to see who wins that MEAC between South Carolina State and Deshaun Jackson and Delaware State. I'm sorry, between Delaware State and South Carolina State. I'm hoping it's Delaware State.
The winner is going to the Celebration Bowl.
And I can't wait to go there with you. I know you go every year. I got to go to the Celebration Bowl this year.
You know? Hey, I got to give another side note, game ball. Texas Tech. I know it's black and red, but hey, you had game ball too. You hosted college game day. You had an early kick. You had a lot of fanfare. Everybody and their mama wanted to be at the hottest ticket in town this week. Josh Payne wanted to be there. And all the college football sickos wanted to be there. You brought the money out. You brought the big chain. Patty Mahomes designed the uniforms today
cold.
With the ice.
So cold.
You had every reason to let it get all in your head today. But what did you do? Well, you went kind of pedestrian in the red zone, if we're keeping it in the bug. But you got the win. You still in the driver's seat right now for the Big 12 race. And right now, maybe money can buy nice facilities. Maybe money can buy the lead in the Big 12. Maybe money can buy some team chemistry. Maybe everything is bigger in Texas.
Yeah, for sure.
Texas Tech gets a game ball for me, bro.
I love that. I got one last.
You got any more?
Yeah, I got one last game ball to hand out. This last game ball goes to Gus Johnson for maybe the call of the decade. Maybe the call of the decade, bro. Like, I still can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Even watching it again. Like, when you talk about a person who gives their all to a job, like, I imagined after that call, like, him just passing out. You know what I'm saying, in the booth. Like he left it all in the booth. Like we always say, leave it all on the field. He left it all in the booth. Gus Johnson, you get my last game ball, brother. What's your final words, bro? You get as always, you get the final. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna mute myself. You get the final two you know what I'm saying, 3 minutes of this episode, bro.
Hey, shout out Bull Rush. Appreciate you. Let's get into it. The wildest and wackiest 2 minutes. Let's get it. Everybody was talking all this noise heading into the season. Heading into this week about the ACC and the ACC. And I don't know, the Fun Belt is better than the ACC. Shoot, the Conference USA is better than the ACC. Everybody want to be the laughing stock. But guess what? The teams that are quote unquote going through it actually found a way to pull it out today. You know. First shout out, Big Wake Forest. Big Wake Forest got the dub today. They finally showed up. Special teams, offense, defense, every way you can slice it and dice it. Wake Forest, you get an honorary mention game ball. Louisville. Wake Forest beats Virginia. Louisville loses. Georgia Tech in the driver's seat of the ACC. I don't know. Miami back in the mix. I don't know. But all I do know is that the ACC probably has the best parity in all of college football. And if you know, Football is all about the haves and the have-nots. If your team took an L today, make sure you hold it close tonight. And if your team got a big W's, like all across the lane, can't say that about Duke when UConn is victorious tonight. Yeah. It's about the haves and the have-nots. This is the CFB Late Show with myself, Moon, and the governor of college football for another crazy college football Saturday. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let us know how you felt about today's action and everything that went on. Let us know in the comments. Stay connected to us on Twitter at LeverKT on Twitter, and also at CFB Moon on Twitter as well. Subscribe to DCFB Nation. Check out DCFBNation.com for your latest. You know what to do. And until next time. Some people going home tomorrow because you know what tomorrow is. Black Sunday.
It's Black Sunday, baby.
Well, it's time for you to pack your bag, sir. Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders can't take it anymore. Oh, this is the CFB Late Show.